Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Ruben Amorim press conference reaction show. In tonight's show, we are going to be reacting to Ruben Amorim's press conference, but one thing we got to do is, before I start the show, is obviously we got to play this clip in the background. Arsenal out of the Champions League. Here we go. Let's listen to it. One more. We gotta go for one more. But don't matter. Trust the process anyway. Oh my goodness me. Absolutely hilarious. Arsenal out of the UEFA Champions League. Absolutely unreal. Oh wow. Hilarious. Now, what is it? 5 or 6 years out of trophy. Hold that leg ahead, Arteta. With no major trophy in 6 seasons, we have to do Arsenal side. Yeah, we will be. I was just playing the laughing clip in the background. Should we go for one more time, lads? Yeah, let's go for it. They are in the mud. They are absolutely in the bin, people. Oh, wow. Don't worry, no, Arsenal fans. Carry on trusting the process, yeah? And why don't you leave other teams out of it saying trust the process and stick to trusting the process yourselves, yeah? Stop influencing other football clubs to do it, yeah? That'd be my message to Arsenal fans. I was a bit nervous about PSG bottling it today. To be honest, Night sort of thing, they had it under control. You know, I predicted a 1-0 victory to Paris Saint-Germain. And yeah, they literally had it under control. You know, they weren't in any immediate danger. I mean, Declan Rice, if he scored that goal earlier on, it could have been a completely different game. But, excuse me, he put it wide. So, unfortunately for Arsenal, that went wide. And Donnarumma, you have to say, Donnarumma was absolutely amazing in goal. London is blue. Chelsea got 2 UCLs. Facts, day night sorting. Hopefully we don't bottle it tomorrow. Big up to you, Denley15. Big up to you, mate. Good evening. Thank you for joining me this evening, mate. I hope and pray we don't either, mate. But like I said, I'm still feeling on edge at the moment. I'll be sleeping well tonight. Yep, absolutely, day night sorting. But, you know, yep. And there's another clip I gotta play. Let's play this.
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr.? Chepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. You are a transgender.
What shows that I'm gay?
You are a transgender, and you're a gay rights activist and an outspoken lesbian, homosexual. How can I describe you? Now we're looking at the raging debate. You're a gay rights activist. Why should someone be gay? You're having a girlfriend.
Yes.
Do you perform the natural obligations?
I'm not sexually active right now.
So what are you doing with this lady?
By choice.
By choice.
I've just not. I've chosen not to engage.
Doesn't that make you gay?
What do you mean? Doesn't that make me gay? I am male and attracted to a female.
So who is gay?
I'm gay.
Yep, and Arsenal fans. We are drinking in Gunner's Tears, the diluted Gunner's Tears, with a mug of Yorkshire tea. That's good stuff, people. That is good stuff. But, yeah, big up to every single one of you live and locks in this evening. Much appreciated. If you're new to our YouTube channel, why not consider hitting the subscribe button, as I upload plenty of Manchester United content on this YouTube channel. And I talk about loads of other things apart from football as well. And please subscribe as well to my Mr. Joshy J Football channel. Link is in the title. I've also put my F1 channel in the title, but that may be being changed to something else very soon. Depending how my poll goes, I may be converting my F1 channel into a shorts channel, so where I do food reviews and that in 60 seconds. Because at the moment, I set up a poll asking my community where would they want to see my F1 content, on my main channel or F1 channel. And main channel is currently in the lead. So looks like all my F1 content will be returning back to this channel. Ty said 3-0 Arsenal. Deluded. Full kit wanker. Big up Adam, big up mate. Arsenal out of the Champions League. Bottle jobs, no trophy in 5 or 6 years. Them deluded Gunners in the mud. Absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love it, people. Let's get the narrative right here, people. Yeah, let's absolutely get the narrative right. And oh my goodness, a bit later on, we got to listen to some of them deluded Arsenal fans. It's going to be absolutely epic the way they're going to be crying and that. Brilliant. I tell you. Looks like D-Lens won't be able to play tomorrow or against West Ham, but it's not a serious injury. That's good news, Stanley 15. That's really good news, mate. Can you add some new overlay when you do F1 watch it on? Sure, absolutely. I can definitely look into doing that, mate, whenever my next one is, because I'm not too sure when my next one is yet. But anyway, we will do another one during the season at some point. So, yeah, but we can definitely look into that. PSG goalkeeper is top class. I'd love him at United, Josh, mate. I would as well, Adam. But the thing is, would he fail at this football club? Because we've seen how many players have failed at this football club. I mean, let's get it right here, mate. Let's absolutely get the narrative right. It's like, surely it cannot continue how many players fail at this football club. Ridiculous, honestly. It's like, why do they fail? Is it the way they're being coached? Is it the way they're being trained? It's like, who the fuck knows? But yeah, it's not sustainable, is it? How many players have failed at this football club? Manchester United win Europa League and Chelsea wins the Conference League and Arsenal wins nothing. Who would have had a better season? Well, both teams, mate. Because Arsenal winning nothing and Chelsea, Man United potentially win a trophy. Yep. Red Bull, red or blue for Manchester United, and yellow for your football channel. Yep, I agree. Red, red or blue for Manchester United, and yellow for... Yeah, sounds good, mate. But yeah, big up to every single one you like and locks in this evening. Much appreciated. Apologies, I have to hold the phone, people. It's because I got it on charge, and obviously I forgot to charge it up earlier on. So you know what they say, accountability is the best ability. So my apologies, people. So right. Now, let's get on with the Ruben Amorim press conference reaction, shall we? We will get back to talking a bit about Arsenal later on, but let's talk about my team for a little while. Who do you think will win the UCL now, Joshua? I think PSG. I think so, Adam, because they've never won it, mate. I think they'll be desperate to win it, and I think they got the players to win it. I mean, Inter Milan will give them a good game for sure, but I just feel they're definitely favourites, Paris Saint-Germain. So, right, let's listen to Ruben Amorim press conference. Let's go, people. Let's go. If my phone charges up, I will take it off the charge, and then we can rest it as usual. There we go. Right, so basically what we want to do is, as Garnacho's been talking to the media as well today, so Ruben Amorim and Garnacho. Right, here we go. 17 minutes. Wow. This is quite a long press conference then, but oh well, hopefully be more to react to. Now, what am I expecting to hear in the press conference? Context. That's what I'm expecting to hear. And yeah, basically saying it's a process. Expecting to hear that as well. But we'll wait and see, people, as the press conference starts. So right now, people. Oh, here he is. Garnacho as well, taking his seat. Actually, I'm going to put his phone down.
Tomorrow against Athletic Club. With us we have Ruben Amorim and Alejandro Garnacho. Please wait for the microphone and identify who the question is for. Start with Simon.
Hi, Ruben. We noticed the Lips wasn't trained today. What is the severity of this issue and who else is unavailable?
It's not a big issue. That is a good thing. He cannot play tomorrow. Will not play on Sunday, but then we will check day by day. We will see. The rest, I think, Aiden doesn't recover. Toby is not available. I think that's it.
Obviously, a big lead going into this match, but we've seen some negative home results this season. So how important is it for players?
That is clear, because also if you look at our season, anything is possible. So we have to understand that one goal can change everything, the momentum of the game.
Definitely. Like I said in my preview, if they get an early goal, Athletic Bilbao, then it could give them confidence at the end of the day.
One sent off, you saw it 1 week ago. So we are prepared to fight to win the game, not to thinking about the result. Of course, that matters in the way we are going to do things, especially when we start the game. But of course, we are thinking about winning the game.
Question rather interesting. You've started the last 13 games to win it. How important you are to the manager, to the club. There's been a lot of speculation about the future, but do you expect to be a Manchester United next season? Do you want to be a Manchester United next season?
Yeah, obviously, as a footballer, you always wanna read and listen some rumors about the future. But I have contract here until 2028, so I'm happy here.
The manager has seen the team against Manchester City a few months ago, but you've been in every squad since then. Have you done anything differently in terms of the way you approach games, training? Because it's good to be everyone watching you how it works.
Yeah, obviously we know you have to work hard to be even in the squad, and then I just have to train well every day, and I will be available for all the games.
Ruben, there's been a lot of speculation over the last 24, 48 hours about Bruno Fernandes and his future. Alejandro has mentioned there's a lot of rumours around. What is your view of Bruno Fernandes and his importance to this team and this squad, not just for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but going forward?
I think it's easy to understand that, not just because of the numbers, but the way he plays, the importance that he has during his 5 years. I think here he's a top player. We need the top players. He's a leader. He's the captain, so he's really important. It's normal that there's a lot of clubs that want a player like Bruno, like Garnacho, like others, but we want to keep the best players, and Bruno is clearly one of the top players in the world. So
I wouldn't say the top player in the world, but he's definitely been our best player of this season. I mean, if he goes, then I think we'll be absolutely fucked, if you ask me. I really do. And that is no over exaggeration. That is facts, people. Big up legends. Yes, yes. Arsenal out, out, out. Yes, 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 yes. Big up to you, Rich Ronnie Makers. Ah, they are in the mud. What's good, Joshy? Big up to you, Mob. Boss? And sorry, I said that wrong, mate, but I know your first name's Mob. But yeah, but we are reacting to Ruben Amorim's press conference, mate. So what I do, as you news these shows, I react to the press conference, I play his audio in the background, and I'm reacting to it, and I may stop it halfway through if he says anything, say, controversial, or if he says something positive, and give my input on it. But yeah, and this is what these press conference reaction shows are all about. Hit the likes and subscribe, it's free, and it takes seconds. Only facts. No bullshit, no bullshit, just facts on this channel, still recovering. And you say, Rich Money Makers, if you don't like it, fuck off. It's as simple as that. Because on this channel, we are authentic. Right, here we go. Yep, right, let's go.
our idea didn't change. We want Bruno here.
Can I just ask you, Alejandro, you're at the start of your career, you came in, played a lot of games, got a lot of positivity last year. This season you've been part of a struggling team. Managers come in and being fairly brutal in terms of some of the things that he said about the team. How has that gone down in the dressing room, and how is that for a young player to deal with?
Yeah, I think it's not easy when in middle of the season you change, for example, the manager and all the stuff. But yeah, in my mind is always try to work hard every day and try to show the manager in this case that I need to play, and it's the only thing I have to do.
Ruben is young lady of CBS. How many times have you watched the Athletic Club game, and does the result reflect what happened on the pitch today?
I think I watched a lot of time, the 30 minutes, the first 30 minutes, and I forget the rest because you cannot prepare a game with 11 against 10, with 2-0 in that moment. So I watched, and I felt that again, I had the feeling that they were really intense. But most of the opportunities was a little bit our fault. We lost the possession. It was hard to find some place that they build up since the defense, the midfielders, the offense, and they create the chance. It was more like we have the ball, we lose the ball, we have problems. So we could show to the players that sometimes we have one idea that 30 minutes with a lot of problems, and we try to describe slowly and to show to the players why we had that problem. So we watched quite a few times, and we showed to the players the simple moments to show why we had so many problems in the first 30 minutes.
Question for Ruben, mate. You're one goal involvement away from matching Cristiano Ronaldo's record with this club when he was 21, 25 goal involvements in the Premier League. I just wondered what kind of example does that set to you? What parts of your game do you think you need to improve to keep going as you are?
But I'm not focused on the numbers. I think when Cristiano played here, it's a different football, a different type of games. I just try to.
He was literally one of our most skillful players ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He really was. I mean, what a player and one. And he just got sold because he exposed the Glazers. I mean, what are we doing here, people? Seriously. Absolute disgrace, yeah?
To help the team and try to win games. And obviously, misses chances and things like this. For example, we are training really hard. Me, Rasmus, all the strikers in the team. So I think we are improving and we will try to do better.
Do you have this kind of conversation about when to pass the ball, when to be pass the ball yourself?
I speak. I speak with him a lot. We try to help each other, but sometimes it's from this side it's difficult, But we try hard. We train hard every game to try to all of these chances. For example, try to score more of them, and the team will improve if we.
I have indeed, Adam. Yes, I have got the wooden scene say, yep, I got them too, right?
We score more goals.
It's a Leon game, a reminder that you can't take it for granted. You should have force you can't come back.
Absolutely, we cannot take it for granted. Because look at what happened against Leon. They nearly made a comeback. So, one early goal for Athletic Bilbao tomorrow, then nerves will kick in for Manchester United. And the way this season's gone in general, you just couldn't rule that out happening. But be more positive. You're 3-0 up, Mr. Joshy J. But you've been watching Manchester United this season. It just goes to show they cannot be trusted. 1, 2, 3, high standards, Josh, right? Elite, high standards. There you go, Adam. There you go. Just for you, mate. Oh, personal phone's gone asleep. We'll sort that out.
Does that show what's tomorrow night the biggest danger? It's not ability.
We have to get through at least the first half without them scoring. Thanks, Stanley 15. Exactly right, mate. That should be our game plan.
It's everything together. Again, if you look at our team, we cannot control. We cannot say today what is going to happen. There are some teams in any league that can understand the game is going to be like this, can change a little bit, but the story is going to be like this, and we can control the narrative of the game. We cannot do that. So we have to face the game as one more game. We need to. I feel that we need to score to go to the next round. So that is clearly the.
We definitely need to score 100%.
The way we are going to face the game again, and then we use some image. Brentford, we are near the draw, but we suffer a goal and suffer another goal quite fast. That can happen. That happened 4 times here in Manchester United. So we know that is going. We will have to suffer a little bit to go to the final, and we are ready to suffer. And we need to be better in the small details in this game. It's hard to say, and sometimes it's not what kind of team we will be tomorrow. Sometimes even during the game we are one team, something happen and we lose our mind a little bit. So, but we are improving the way we play. We are more confident, and we are ready to face this challenge.
True, I appreciate it's always about the collective and team, but I know you played in a European Europa League almost 11 years ago, but as a manager, this is the first time a manager in the European final can get United. So that's on a personal level. How much would it mean to you as a managerial achievement to get there despite you also one
the meaning is you have to win it. As a manager, is not like the same as a player. You want to play, you want to enjoy. when you are a manager, you have to win it, because if you lose in the final, it will hurt even more, especially in this kind of season. So we have to win it. But for that, we need to focus on the semi-final. So I think it's different from coach to a player. But we need to focus first in our semi-final, then we'll think about the final.
And just a quick word on the fact that played traveling without Nico and Hockey, Williams and Sanchez as well. So I think about that for that, especially to score.
It doesn't matter. For us, it doesn't matter. For us, it's the top team of Athletic. I understand that it's hard to play with key players, but for us, it doesn't matter. We need to go to the game. It's a final for us, so we need to go to the game and try to win the game.
Paul, I remember Pastor Ben was talking about the Europa League the other day. He said that you should review the procedure for the finalists. Finalists should go back into the Europa League rather than Champions League. Is that something you disagree with? Because you obviously that's fine, won't be.
No, I don't have nothing to. I just know the rules. If people want to change the rules, by all means. But these are the rules, and the rules are: if we win Europa League, we go to Champions League. So we follow just the rules. I don't think a lot about that. I know that Champions League should be for the teams that are champion or the best teams on the league, but they find that this way of promoting this kind of competition. So we just follow the rules and try to manage this end of the season with that. So we cannot go for the Premier League. We follow the rules and go fight for and try to go for the Europa League.
I will take some from visiting media.
Yes, John Curtis, RTL Germany. Ruben, a few weeks ago, in a moment of big frustration, you labeled the team as maybe the worst one in class history of Manchester United. From today's point of view, now being close to reaching the final, what do you think about this vote? Thank you.
I think you have to see the quotes in the moment, so things can change. And for me, in that moment, and if you look to Premier League, I think we are the worst. Since I arrived, we are the worst team in terms of the results in Premier League. That is my idea. In the end of this season, we can be the worst team in Premier League in history with a European title. So we will not change nothing. We know that this season was really disappointed for everyone.
Like I said, even if we win the Europa League, I still will not forget our finishing position. To me, it will be absolutely unforgivable. But if you won a trophy, why are you still criticising the league position? Because 16th or 15th place of Manchester United's elite high standards is nowhere near sustainable, people. And as a fan, that will forever hurt me. Let's get it right here, people, yeah? It's absolutely getting the narrative right. Why should I lower my standards? Because I will not lower my standards, okay? Not in a million years, people.
Nothing is going to change. So in that moment, sometimes I have to think a little bit more, but I felt that, and I still feel that this season was the worst in the, I don't know in history, but for sure in the last, 50 years, I don't know, some idea.
Thank you. Just one question to the player, because if a manager is talking like this, what's going on in your mind hearing this kind of quotes, and what's going on in your argument?
In terms of what, sorry?
In terms of this drastic quotes, like being the worst team.
Yeah, we know we are not doing a great job in the Premier League, but the managers.
That's a bit of an understatement. Not doing a great job in the Premier League. More like a shit job, that's what I say. Absolutely ridiculous, people.
Said before, we follow the rules, and now we have.
Oh, get out there, man.
For us, it's a fact.
Sorry, that's me. I accidentally pressed. The Man United wouldn't sing for being 15th. Josh say, yep. I got one right here, Adam. Yep, wouldn't sing for you, Manchester United Football Club. 15th place and absolute disgrace, yeah? Getting it right here, people, yeah? Absolutely getting the narrative right. No way should we be down in this position whatsoever.
Tomorrow we're going to face the game like if it's 0-0, and we'll try to win the game, not just the global. And yeah, then if we win the Europa League, we will be in the Champions League, and then we can face the next season with a better mentality and different way.
Okay, one then.
What do you expect from tomorrow night's game, Ruben? And with the Williams brothers missing?
Of the team don't change. Of course, if you look at the game, Berenguer could play on the left. He's a different player from Nico. He's playing more inside, make a different movement. Jallo, I know quite well. Jallo could get in the team. He's quite similar in the way he moves with Iñaki. So, of course, Iñaki is a better player in this moment. He has experience. Sunset is a player that they don't have with that characteristics. He could play Gomez. Gomez is a left foot, could change the side. So I think the idea of Athletic will not change, but the characteristics of the players will change, and that is important for us to know, to understand better the game. So it's going to be a strong team with a strong identity, with some players that are not playing so much, and that's it. That happened in any team.
Okay, in the middle.
Thank you.
You know Pachi Alonso? I don't. You've been sending each other messages at all? Or what are you saying to each other? How you sort of live in the game, and what's he saying about the game tomorrow?
It's up to you. You can come on,
No, sí, es un amigo.
Yeah, he's a family friend, and we get on well. We've met up a few times. He's a fan of Bilbao and Athletic Bilbao, yeah. He said, congratulations on the first leg. He wrote to me and the win. And he said that he's going to come here with every intention and effort to try and make a comeback in the game tomorrow.
Obviously, United have a very big history of flying wingers going back many years. Since Ruben came in, the system, the formation has changed quite dramatically. How have you found the change, the adaptation to this new system, playing as like a number 10, not an out-and-out winger? And do you think we can actually see your best in that position, or do you still very much see yourself as an out-and-out winger?
Yeah, I think it's difficult for everyone when and it's in the middle of the season when a new manager coming in and we change the formation, but we just need to follow the rules, and I'm trying to improve every day. Obviously, the manager knows the characteristics of the players. If you see the games, too many times I play, for example, wide on the wing, and the wing back is coming inside. So we will try to do, depends on the players we have, and yeah, I think we are improving as a team also.
Has it been hard, like mentally, tactically, as well as the game, to make that adaptation for you personally in the season? You found it a challenge?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit hard, but it's just the mentality, you know. I think the first two months, when I think November, December was very difficult for me. But yeah, my mentality is to keep working, to keep trying, and show to the manager and all the stuff that I have to play, and that's it.
We'll leave it there. Thank you. Thank you.
There we go. That is the end of the press conference, people. So what did I make of that press conference? Basically, he said in his press conference, Ruben Amorim, that we need to score a goal in the game, which I agree, definitely. I feel we definitely need to score a goal just to settle any nerves. And Garnacho says he is improving every day. The problem is with Garnacho, the reason why a lot of fans do not like Garnacho, right, is because he's greedy on the ball, which I agree he is, because he thinks he's Cristiano Ronaldo in his prime days. But believe you me, people, he isn't. The work rate's there, but he is a bit too erratic and inconsistent, Garnacho. But I do like Garnacho, but the problem is, like I said, he's a bit inconsistent and erratic. That's what lets Garnacho down. I mean, Garnacho has haters in this fan base, but I don't actually hate Garnacho. I actually quite like Garnacho. So, yeah, let's get it right here, people. Yeah, let's absolutely get the narrative right. Garnacho, I am a huge fan of at times. You know, the work rate is there. If he can work on playing more as a team, then I believe he's got a bright future at this football club. So for now, I'm still behind Garnacho, but I will call him out if he gets anything wrong. But for now, Garnacho still gets my backing. It's as simple as that. You know, I believe he's got the potential to be a really good player. If he can play as a team, play the team game, then yeah, I think he's going to be really, really good, people. I really do. I said some of you be ready to bash your keyboard saying, "Oh, how can you defend Garnacho? How can you stick up for him?" Look, I'm not 100% sticking up for him, okay? I've actually called him out on a lot of poor performances this season, which they have been poor, people. Let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get the narrative right. Shocking. No excuses whatsoever. But like I said, I'm still behind him, and I intend to stay that way as well. I'm not just going to throw Garnacho under the bus. If people want Garnacho out, then that's fair enough. You know, it's all about opinions at the end of the day, isn't it? It's like either get on board with the opinions or jog on. It's as simple as that. But no one on this channel is changing my opinion on Garnacho. If you wish that I was saying Garnacho out, you're going to be bitterly disappointed, people. You really are, because, you know, I am not going to be Garnacho out. Let's get it right here. What phase Arteta in? 7 or 30 or 40 or 50? Yeah, absolutely, I know it's 14. But, you know, Ruben Amorim, this is a huge game, because if somehow we bottle it, then I'm sorry to say he should be sacked on the spot. It's as simple as that. You know, no second chances. Sack him, because, you know, 15th in the Premier League and no trophy. I mean, that would be the cut-off point for me, I think. But you know, I'm confident we can get through to the final, but I'm still on the edge of my seat because how bad we've been this season, people. But you're unbeaten in Europe, Mr. Joshy J. Yes, I know we're unbeaten in Europe, but why have we not been doing this in the Premier League, people? This is what you got to ask yourself at the end of the day. It's ridiculous, people. It really is. I mean, what are we doing here? Seriously. Real talk, what the fucking heck are we doing here? What are you saying, Joshy? Big up to you, mob boss. Yeah, so basically, you know, I just been listening to Ruben Amorim press conference reaction. Now I'm going to listen to some Arsenal fans, you know, listen to some Arsenal fan reactions, you know, because no doubt about it, there are going to be a lot of deluded Arsenal fans tonight. Is Bruno leaving to Saudi? I mean, there's reports that Saudi club are ready to offer a lot of money for Bruno, but they've not confirmed whether he's staying or going, to be honest. Chelsea 4-1 up in the first leg, and do you think the tie is done? Well, it should be. We devastated right now. I mean, look, unfortunately for you guys, you got outclassed tonight. You know, literally, you started the game off well, but you could not put the ball in the net, unfortunately. So That's what cost you tonight. If Declan Rice's goal went in early, then that could have been a completely different game. But this is on your board, mob boss. You know, this is on Sam Kroenke for not bringing in a clinical forward, because you can't expect Mikel Moreno and Bukayo Saka to be scoring you all these goals, because they're not proper forwards. I mean, let's get it right here, people, yeah? It's absolutely getting the narrative right. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Feels like when you beat us in the semi-finals. Oh yeah, in the Champions League. Can we take the piss out of Arsenal? I don't know, like sort of thing. Maybe after you beat Spurs. Yeah. You're not even in the same area code. Yeah, Danny Night 14 is a Chelsea fan, mob boss. But yeah, you know, but we gotta listen to some delusional AF team Hey, because they're absolutely deluded. I mean, not Lee Gunner, no. You know, I got a lot of time with Lee Gunner because he literally speaks facts. He's not one of these brown envelopes who just says it because he's getting paid. No. Lee Gunner says it how it is, and that's what I like about YouTubers like that. Ones who speak the truth, ones who don't do it for clicks and views. Lee Gunner is one of the most realistic Arsenal fans on this platform, and just Arsenal, the history and more. I like him as well. None of you are even in the same place. Funny guy, I don't know about truth. If Manchester United get through to the final, who will you be supporting? You know who I will be supporting. Yes, you'll be supporting us, obviously. Jez is the best. I agree. His standards are absolutely elite, mate. It's as simple as that. You know, I absolutely love Jez. I want Bodo Glimt to win, but don't think it will happen. It's almost certain it'll be Man United versus Spurs final. Well, it's looking that way, isn't it, Danley 15 at the moment? But yeah, like I said, no, mate, I'm still nervous because just how bad we've been this season. I mean, let's get it right here. Man United better be beating Spurs. I mean, we've already lost to Spurs 3 times this season. I don't fucking know how, but we have 3 times this season. Losing to Tottenham, that deserves the wooden spoon, people. 3 times losing to Tottenham. What are we doing here? And if we get them in the final, we better not fucking lose them for a 4th time this season. Otherwise, I will really lose my shit. I tell you, I really will. Egal said 3-0 to the Arsenal. Jez is goated. Lee is funny. Both still got it. Wrong. We would lose Madrid. Yeah, I mean, even I expected Arsenal to lose to Madrid, but on the other hand, Mob, I literally thought that you guys might have had a chance against Real Madrid because how poor Real Madrid have been this season. Because let's get it right here, they have been way below usual standards this season, Real Madrid. Not good enough. And no wonder why Perez is looking to replace Carlo Ancelotti, because Real Madrid have standards. I can see the final going to pens because just how bad both United and Spurs have been. Or it may be like a 3-3 or something like that, where both teams go out all attack. Because, you know, Ange likes to play a high line, doesn't he? Ange Posteloglou. And sometimes, literally, we keep playing attacking football at times, and we leave ourselves wide open as well. Man United need Champions League more. I mean, for the financial aspects of things, Mob, I completely agree with you, mate. I'll be human with you if Spurs win the trophy. Oh my goodness me, mate. I'll literally tear this Man United team a new asshole if we let Tottenham win the trophy. Get out here, man. Tottenham winning the trophy. That just cannot happen, people. Seriously. I mean, yeah, I'll be human. Absolutely human. I mean, oh my goodness me. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But, right, let's get on to listening to some Arsenal fan reactions now, shall we? Let's listen to, shall we say, AFTV? Yep, here we go. It will be absolutely embarrassing. We can Spurs their first trophy in almost 20 years. Well, the last thing they won was the League Cup in 2008. That's the last thing they won. Unbelievable, people. Unbelievable. Right, let's have a listen to who should we listen to first out AFTV? Potts has done a match reaction. Dan Potts. I mean, they've not quite uploaded all their reactions yet. I'm not expecting, Ty to do one, full kit wanker, because he goes hiding when Arsenal lose. But yeah, let's listen to Dan Potts. Trophyless again. See what he's got to say, people. Ty on Arsenal fans TV. Full kit, yeah, full kit wanker. Yep, nobody cares about that promotion, yeah? Just get on with the fan cam.
The Arsenal have just lost 3-1 on aggregate to Paris Saint-Germain and been knocked out of the semi-final in the Champions League. I am here with Daniel Potts, and I think I know how this is going to go. And I've been sat here watching the game with you, and I've seen your frustration. I've shared it with you, and the disappointment with the result and the performance. So, Dan, break it down for me.
Ten Hag got more trophies than Arteta. True, Carabao Cup and then FA Cup. Screw AFTV. Facts.
It's another trophyless season.
Do you like Dan Potts? He is a real fan.
That's not acceptable.
Arteta. I've not watched a lot of him.
This game and win the Champions League for his job to be safe. And as much as I know that he's going to stay another year, I would personally replace him in the summer. And I'll tell you as to why.
So he's saying Arteta should go then. Arsenal Revelations TV is on. I mean, what do you think, Mob? Do you think Arteta should go? You're an Arsenal fan, mate. I mean, I'm just baffled how you kept him on for so long with no trophy in 5 or 6 years. I mean, to me, for a football club of your elite high standards, mate, it's not sustainable, if you ask me. Well, that's just my personal opinion. Anyway, let me know what you think, Mob, mate.
I'll come into the game in a minute. Every moment that we've had where there's a little bit of pressure, any opportunity to win a trophy, we've collapsed. And since he's won that FA Cup back in 2020 in COVID, which is now 5 years ago, we've won 2 FA Cup games against Oxford and Crystal Palace. And we've lost all the others and gone out. In the League Cup, he's got to a semi-final this year. And to be fair to him, a few years ago, he got to a semi-final against Liverpool. And in those 4 games, we didn't score 1 goal.
Thing is, Mob, I think if you had an elite manager in them 2 seasons, you finished second, right? The season before and last season, you would have got over the line with an elite manager. But at times, I feel Arteta is a bit too naive with his tactics. That is what goes wrong for you guys, unfortunately.
Then we look at the scenario in the league this season, and at the moment, I don't know that we're going to finish second. Now, I don't mind that so much because for me, I don't care where we come if we don't win it. I genuinely don't. We're going to get Champions League. Doesn't really matter if it's second, third or fourth. What we're going to get in the Champions League. But we could end up finishing between 15 to 20 points behind the winners. And the winners aren't Man City. The winners are Liverpool. Now, if I would have said that and set that up in a scenario for you, a lot of the people before a ball was kicked would have said, well, he's got to go. That's terrible. He's not won a trophy. He's finished 20 points behind Liverpool, not Man City, the winners. He's dumped us out of both domestic cups again. How did we do in the Champions League? We would have said we've been beaten Real Madrid. I would have gone, oh, that's pretty good. Did we win it? No. Oh, where did we? Well, we didn't really put in a performance home or away against PSG in the semi-finals. Not good enough, mate. I'm sorry, and I know a lot of people will be screaming at me like they always do. Oh, it's so harsh. That's out of order. I don't see how it is out of order, if I'm honest with you, because the three teams that were in this semi-final had an elite manager. Simone Inzaghi's got to a final. That's 2 in 3 years in the Champions League that he's got to, and he's obviously won trophies with Inter Milan already. You've got Hansi Flick, who's was on for a quadruple, who's now on for a treble. And then obviously tonight you've seen Luis Enrique and what he's done. And let's be fair to PSG. I've seen this.
I mean, what phase is Luis Enrique in? What phase is Hansi Flick in, people? And yet, Arsenal not won a trophy for 5 to 6 years. But yet, the Cronkies are too naive to sack this manager. I mean, no wonder why modern football is in the bin. And the PR Premier League, because there is so much PR in the Premier League. It's called basically the PR Premier League these days, people. Let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get the narrative right. The quality of football these days has been nothing short of a disgrace. Let's get it right here. Chanel league form was terrible. It's abysmal mob base, honestly. Literally terrible. North side LDN is on. Right, okay. Anyway, let's carry on with this.
PSG team over the years have Galacticos in it. Messi, Neymar, Suarez, Kylian Mbappe. That's a team out there now. And you know what? If they go on to win it, fair play to them. Because I think that shows a team being put together can win instead of individual quality. Because what we've seen is we can beat individual quality like Real Madrid, but we've come up against a better team tonight. And let's be real, in the low 2 legs, they've deserved it.
Do you think they're going to win the tournament?
I don't mind, but I actually think they probably will now.
Really?
I said to Lee earlier, I think actually who wins this game tonight will go on to win it. People thought that was mad for me because I'm apparently the negative one. I actually thought we would have won tonight. We would have gone and won the Champions League. Unfortunately, we're not going to find out now. And look, I don't want to start coming on. I don't want to become an echo chamber and people to get bored of me saying this all the time. Oh, you just hate the manager. You just hate the manager. But tonight I was disappointed with him again because for the first 15, 20, I thought to myself, here we go. 15, 20, this is looking good. The intensity is there. We're in the first tackle. All of our duels are being won. There's actually some creativity. Martinelli's beating his man. I thought he had Hakimi on toast for the first 15.
Yeah, he did.
Rice has got to do better with his header. Potentially, you look at Martinelli with that chance. Donnarumma makes 2 world-class saves against Erdogan and Martinelli. Then you look at the scenario of the last couple of saves that he made in the second half. But I didn't see any proactiveness from the manager again. I've got to be real with you. I thought he sat on his hands again. And I understand that he made changes. But if Ben White and Calafiori are coming on when you need to score 2 goals, I'm not really sure that's very proactive. And I'm not really sure that's very creative. Then I look at Trossard coming on. Yeah, I actually thought he was all right.
He did well.
I thought he did well. It was like for like with Martinelli. And then I'm thinking, right, it's 75 minutes. Ethan, where are you? 80 minutes. Ethan, anyone?
Big up to you, Kai. Arsenal doing what they do best. Absolutely, yep. But this is on the Cronkies.
Ethan, 85, Ethan. Wow, 90, Ethan. No, he's not going to bring him on. Wow. Now that's poor, Mike. Yeah, when I look at the scenario of who have we got, not really any spark, not really any moments players, not really any creativity. The first thing I saw that I thought Ethan needs to come on.
It should do, absolutely.
Saka cuts in, has a shot. It's looking like it's going top in to the left, and Donnarumma makes a brilliant save. And I'm thinking, Ethan, bring him on because he does that. He does that. He ain't going to make some world-class saves like that all night. Let's do it. Doesn't bother to bring him on. So I've got to ask, this goes back now to everything that was wrong at the season gone. We look at the start of it. The summer was a shambles. Marino was our best signing, and he's our striker that was bought as a midfielder. Calafiori hardly kicks a ball when he has glimpses of okayness. Sterling, waste of money. Neto, not good enough. Nothing else done. We get to January, nothing else done. Saka goes down injured. We think horrible. Blessing in disguise.
Alpine
It's
are just
January.
stupid.
Thank God for
Oh,
that. At least he
mate,
didn't get
they
injured
are.
in March, or at least he didn't get injured in October when we got to wait for this long. And we do nothing. So now we're looking at the bench thinking, who's going to come on? We don't know because we did nothing in the 2 windows to any sort to go and win any trophies. And then you're looking at the bench tonight thinking, who can come on and change the game? And now we're asking the same question. Talk to anybody around here. We need a striker. Again, well, we've needed a striker for 5 years. Aubameyang went in 2022, my bro. Yeah, and we've not replaced him.
We haven't.
And the people we've replaced him with is Havertz, who was a midfielder, Marino, who's a midfielder now playing up top, and Jesus, who's been injured for God knows how long.
Franco racing 5 races. I think he's going to be in that Alpine for the next, say, the rest of the season, I think, anyway. But yeah, Alpine are just clowns.
Been Crockford's one something.
Who's the winger?
Who is not our striker. So I'm looking at this thinking, so Aubameyang was the last number 9 we had at the club, and we haven't decided to replace him yet. When the hell do we replace this guy? Granit Xhaka went 3 years ago. When we're replacing him? When we upgraded on him? Kieran Tierney's still at the club, and I love Mars Lewis Skelly, but I'm thinking, who's coming on to actually upgrade on Kieran Tierney, who overlaps and crosses balls in? Probably would have been a good opportunity for him tonight to come in and actually put something into the box. So a lot of things wrong. I'm fed up of ranting and raving. I'm fed up of people, he's moaning again. I just want to win. I'm a winner at this club, man. I grew up winning trophies under George Graham and Arsene Wenger. And at the moment, we don't look like a team that is got the know-how and the balls to get it across the line. And I do put that down to the manager and the team. This is his team. He installs that mentality. And for 5 years, not to buy a proper number 9 now, and you wonder why we ain't putting the balls in the back of the net. 7 semi-finals, 1 goal. That's not good enough.
That is poor, Dan. So, look, I'm going to end it on this. What do you want to see immediately, or, immediately once as soon as the season's over? I mean, the season's over now, essentially. But what changes do you want to see made? Who, where, how?
So let me go through what I would like to see, and let me go through what I think realistically has to happen. What I would like to see is probably the extreme to some people. I would then replace the manager, get the manager in who's got a winning CV, work alongside Andrea Berta and go, look, we've got a real foundation here now. Let's get these 6-7 players in and let's go and win trophies. That's not going to happen, right? We are going to keep Mikel Arteta. But Andrea Berta is probably one of the most important appointments now.
Definitely.
Yes, Mob, he did. I mean, that's very harsh on Jack Doohan, but he should have never been promoted in the first place. So this is on Alpine. They literally got egg on their face. Now they put Colapinto in the car. I mean, he had a decent start at Williams, and he had quite a few crashes near the end of the season. So he will be under pressure, Colapinto, to deliver, but we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Because I don't want to be waiting another 4 or 5 weeks to try and get a midfielder across the line like we did Marino. I don't want it to take 6 weeks before Calafiori gets brought into the side. I don't want to have to wait another 8 weeks to buy, should we play him up top, should we play him in the middle? I want him to go and get a striker, done. Release clause, Gyökeres, done. I want us to go and get the winger that we want. If it's a release clause, brilliant. If not, go and get him in, done. I want us to go and get that midfielder that replaces or upgrades on Jorginho. I want us to go and bring a box-to-box midfielder in that has allowed some creativity or form of creativity to change up on midfield. And then if you want to go, you buy your goalkeeper back up and your defender back up as well. Brilliant stuff. So for me, we need 2 backups and we need at least 3, maybe 4 starters in this team. And that's what I want to be seeing early, man, because I'm sick and tired now of having to go through another season. Patrice Evra says it, Netflix FC. It is Netflix FC for Arsenal. This is what I mean. Like, I'm trying to remain calm without losing my head, bro. But I don't even hate on people who say that now, because they're right, aren't they? Netflix FC. Oh, next season. Everybody will say, let's give him another season. Let's see what happens next season. Yeah. And then when we get to the end of the season, we can make a decision. Well, last season they said that. We've won nothing. The season is over. I think it's time for another year. Hang on a minute. I'm okay for saying another year because give me some evidence as to why you think this guy's going to get us across the line. And nobody can do that. When are we going to win this trophy? Not sure, but I think we're going to get it close. You know, Stricto said to me the other day, it's that meme where you're digging for a diamond and the diamond's there and you stop and give up and walk away. He thinks it's that. But show me the evidence that that's the case. Show me the evidence that we've got the mentality and that the manager has got the bottle to get us across the line. And at the moment, I haven't seen that enough, Marty. I really haven't, bruv.
No, look, Dan, you break it down really well. Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure on the watch along with you. Please let us know what you think in the comments, whether you agree with Dan. Marty, AFTV signing out.
Okay, so that was Dan Potts. Now, let's have a listen to what Troops has to say. I bet you he is going to be absolutely seething. Troops, here we go. Troops TV. Has he done his hand cam yet? Let's have a look. Yes, he has. 9 minutes, 18 seconds long. So, yeah, let's listen to Troops. I know one change is sack Arteta. Why would Gokares want to come to Arsenal when no trophies? He should stay away from that club. Yep.
Five years, no trophies. 5 full seasons, 0 trophies, blood. You understand? 8th, 5th, 2nd. And who knows where we finish this year, blood? You get me? Who knows where we finish this year, blood? You understand? Who knows if we win a game this season, blood? You get me? We got Liverpool, Newcastle, Southampton. It's a bit mad, blood. You get me? We are out of the Champions League, people. We're out. You get me? It's done. You understand? When I tweeted it was done, in the first leg, the abuse I received was disgraceful, blood. You get me? If only the same energy was shown to our manager.
Yeah, that's not sustainable. If that's the case, then that is totally unacceptable. That deserves the wooden spoon, yeah? Nowhere near sustainable.
And to our board, maybe we would be in a Champions League final, blood. You get me? Maybe we would have picked up some trophies in this 5-year spell, blood. You get me? Our longest trophy drought since 2014, blood. It's a long time, bro. You get me? 11 years. You understand? We have not gone this long without a trophy, bro. You feel me? And this man is still protected. Most protected manager in world football. And I don't know why, blood. You understand? Because he's just a nearly man. He is a nearly man. He is Rodgers at Liverpool. He is Ranieri at Chelsea. You get me? We need our Klopp. We need our Mourinho, blood. You understand? He's taken us as far as he can. It's as simple as that. You get me? We're out. We are out, blood. You get me? We lost that tie in the first leg. I said, we're not going to go there and win. You know what I mean? We're not going to go there and win, bro. It's not happening. I don't know where this hope is coming from. Oh, it's only 1-0 Troops. Why are you being so negative? Bro, I'm not negative. I'm real. I'm honest. I look at the bigger picture. I step back and I look from an outsider's view. And I think to myself, if this was another club, I'd be cussing the shit out of them, bro. I'd be cussing the manager, calling him a bottle job, not understanding why he's still employed by the club. But Arsenal fans just protect it and mask it up. You get me? And come with the excuses, the PGMOL, injuries.
Quit being toxic and negative. Yeah, I mean, it's like these days, you're not even allowed to criticise your own team because you get called toxic and negative. But on this channel, we're unfiltered, so I don't care how many times I criticise Man United because they have the right to be held accountable. Because what we've seen in them this season is nowhere near as sustainable.
But these things happen in football. You get me? It all balances out at the end of the season. Do you understand? We had injuries. We had injuries, bro. But it goes back to the transfer windows. We didn't move. We didn't move in the transfer window. We just sat there. You get me? And when we did move, we moved stupidly. We went and got Marino. We went and got Calafiori. We went and got Sterling. You saw today a striker. If we had a striker, we probably win that game. You understand? Same way, if Dembele was probably fit and available, it's probably a mauling tonight. Because if Dembele is on the end of them chances that they had, you know he's in the back of the net, blood. Rice had that fantastic chance. He's got to score that, bro. You get me? Martinelli's chance, Odegaard's chance, Saka's chance when it was 2-1. You know what I mean? These man, you get me? Big up Saka, bro, because Saka's playing on one flipping hamstring, blood. You understand? You can clearly see he's not fit, bro. Martin Odegaard, he was good for the first 20, but when it came to the nitty-gritty part of the game, now we need you. He was anonymous again. You understand? You look at the manager, the substitutions, the in-game management was non-existent yet again. Look how long he took to make the subs. He only made a sub because of the injury. Not even the injury, because of the penalty. And I was saying to bring off Skelly from time ago. I was saying, Skelly's having a rough night. We need to protect him. We need to take him out the firing line. Calafiori's there. Zinchenko's there. Tierney, throw one.
This is the thing with Arteta. Sometimes he's too naive, I find, with some of his decisions. And that is another thing what costs Arsenal, in my personal opinion.
Them on. You get me? He moved too late, blood. You understand? You look at the Fabian Ruiz goal. How many goals have we conceded like that in the last 3 games? We conceded 3 goals like that. You understand? In the last 4 games, sorry, because it was Palace. Palace, Eze, edge of the box, free as a bird, bang. The first leg, Dembele, free as a bird, edge of the box, bang. Now again, Fabian Ruiz, edge of the box, bang.
Arsenal mentality in the bin.
Yeah. Look who's outside the box? Is it just Mark who's in the box? Fuck who's out the box? Nothing can happen from outside the box. We're clearly seeing shit's happening from outside the box. You understand? Big up Ray, he made a save today from the penalty. You get me? It was a poor penalty, but he still got to save it. He saved it. You understand? But it's just so close, but so far yet again. You understand? And it comes down to this manager. No matter what people want to say, it comes down to him. This is the squad that he built. People are saying, oh, we can't make changes. There's no subs. Why are there no subs? This is the squad that he built. He chose to go out in last summer, and bring in Marino, Calafiori, and Sterling. He chose not to go out and throw the bag at a top striker. He chose that, blood. You understand? So he keeps making the incorrect decisions. What other big club would have a manager 5 years in the job? No finals, no trophies, 2 second-place finishes. What other top club is going to keep a manager in the job? Only Arsenal Football Club. Any other club, this man would have been sacked. This man would have been sacked, blood. You look at the capitulation in the league. We're about 15 points behind Liverpool. Do you understand? From a title race to a top 5 race. You get me? Must-win games are coming up in the Premier League. Do I think we're going to win them? I don't know. I really don't know. Because the confidence is on the floor. They are going to be on their fucking knees, pause, after tonight's result, blood.
Yeah.
Yeah? No matter how much of a brave face they try to put on, that is going to kill them tonight, blood. Because that was their last opportunity at winning a trophy. That was their last opportunity.
Arteta said 100%. I don't think there's been a better team than Arsenal in the competition. So from what I've seen, but we are out. We deserve much more, I think, in both games. At the end of the day, Mob Base, your side wasn't clinical enough at the end of the day. That's what it comes down to. PSG, they took their opportunities. Arsenal didn't. It's as simple as that at the end of the day.
Bro, you understand? Next season is going. I don't know how the season's going to go, bro. I'll be real with you lot, because I don't know if this club's going to move correct in the summer transfer window. I know other clubs are going to move correct. I don't know if we are. You understand? 5 years, no trophies, bro. No finals. 7 semi-final games. 6. This is the first time we scored. In 6 semi-finals, bro. Do you understand? We have been in 2 semi-finals this year, and we have been bopped off the park in both. In both, blood. You get me? People will tell you who's available. Who's going to manage, though? Who's going to really come in and take over his job? He's on £15 million a year. That is big money, blood. Yeah? You can attract managers with that money, blood. Yeah? Top managers with that money, bro. You get me? This club needs to start behaving like a big club. It is unacceptable what is going on at this football club right now. It is unacceptable. This man should not be on the touchline next season. It's simple as. Tonight was make or break. And he broke. Again. Again. How many times are we going to be in this position? You get me? We have no trophies in the last 5 years. We should have won at least one Premier League title. But his errors, his misjudgment, his frailties cost us over and over again. Over and over again. And when is it going to end? I don't know. Because I'm seeing people tweet Arteta in. I'm seeing people tweeting support for this man. And I'm like, bro, we just lost a semi-final 3-1. You know what I mean? We lost one earlier, 4-0 in the season, the Carabao. You get me? Come on now. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? It's I don't know, blood. I really don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you, lot, blood. I'm broken. I'm deflated. I'm not even on a rant stage, blood. It's not. I can't even cuss. I can't even raise my voice. It's just tonight was. You get me? All or nothing. And yet again, we leave with nothing, blood. Absolutely nothing. Another season goes by. Trophyless. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm out, blood.
There you go. That was Troops. You know, he is not happy, which I don't blame him. Right.
I think it's Sunday. Oh my Lord! It just, Arsenal is truly the gift that keeps on giving. Truly, because they play Liverpool on Sunday, and I'm gonna be so here for that game. I'm gonna be so here for that game. Are you mad? Are you mad? Another trophy for the season for Super Duper Mate Arteta choke. Get them over the line. Arsenal were not close and never will win it. Where do United sit at the table? Let's talk about it. We're 15th. We're 15th, okay?
Fucking 15th! It's on the. We're 15th! We are 15th, sir! We are 15th! We are 5 points away from relegation, yeah? We are closer to the bottom than the top, bro. We ain't winning Europa.
But the thing is, even though we're 15th, we can still get a trophy. That's what I'm saying. That's 3 years now? 3?
Big up to Sunshine FC.
All right.
Currently lane.
Hold, respectfully. City will finish above Arsenal and they will win the FA Cup this season. Hi, Sunflower. Hope you're good. Just came to say hi and watch along league emergency meeting. Love you too. Yeah, I'll be watching that later once I get off stream. Let's really break this down. All right. Liverpool won the Prem. Man City could still win the FA Cup. Chelsea probably gonna run conference. Either Spurs or us could win the Europa League. All right. Newcastle won the FA Cup. Talk to me nice, Arsenal. Talk to me nice.
True, they
Talk
did.
to me nice.
You know, Newcastle
Talk
won
to
the
me
Carabao
nice.
Cup.
We're trash and we know it. We've been in first this year and Arsenal never was. That is funny, sis. Listen, Marcel, not that I want that to happen because that means we didn't win. But if Spurs happened to win the Europa League, the crash out would be generational. The crash out would be generational. Guard of honor settings. Yeah, they got woken up to reality. That's the thing. They should have been awake already. The fact, listen, on Football Terrace after the match, Igal literally said, that this shouldn't be blamed on Arteta. These losses shouldn't be blamed on Arteta. Immediately after the match. If you're still saying these things,
how deluded is he?
What, 6 seasons now? 6?
Oh my goodness sake.
6 with nothing? And by nothing, I mean a Premier League, a Champions League, a Carabao Cup, or an FA Cup. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. Big up to you, Joshy J. Yeah, we're all reacting to it. Exactly. I always remember that the only thing Arsenal can lift this season is their hands.
Oh, that comment's hilarious.
Kevin, you're
Who said that on
today.
Sunshine
We're
FC
15th and could have
stream?
had a better and could have a better season than Arsenal. And we did last year. Last year, Manchester United literally had their worst season in club history. We finished 8th. All right. It was our worst finish in Premier League history. And we still got a trophy.
Okay, right. Let's leave Sunshine FC for a second. See if there's any more deluded fans on the FTP, shall we? Shall we have a look, people? Let's have a look.
Hi, we've teamed up.
Didn't mean to press on that one. Let's have a look. Has Robbie not done a fan cam yet? Getty go on Josh Knight. You're thinking, mate, deluded Adam. Absolutely deluded, mate. He is one of the most delusional Arsenal fans I've ever seen. Here you go. Here we go. Oh. Here you go. Here you go, Arsenal fan. Here we go. Here you go, talks football. Has he done a video yet? Here we go. Oh, we got to listen to him an hour ago. He streamed it. Okay, nobody cares about the intro, so we'll get straight to the point. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Arsenal have been defeated by PSG.
Yep, you have, mate. You have indeed.
We've scored 1 goal on aggregate. We've lost 3-1. Today, we lost 2-1 on aggregate. The season is well and truly over. Another year.
Yeah, it is, because you're winning fuck all again.
No trophies. Honestly, I'm still trying to just process everything. I don't know.
What process? Apparently, your fans are saying trust the process, eh? Yeah?
Where to start? Oh, we're going to have to get this game. We're going to have to get this match reaction started somewhere. So let's just go back to the beginning because I need you guys to stick with me now. I've been through an emotional roller coaster today. I can't even say that there were many highs. I just thought going into the game.
I pick out you, Adam Dar.
And I was pleased.
Big up, Mr. Josh J. Bash. Big up to you, mate.
The first 10, 15, 20 minutes, I thought the team showed me heart. I thought the team showed me some fight. I thought the team showed me something that I could be as a fan.
Ruben has to be careful, yeah.
First 10, 15, 20 minutes. I'm like, you know what? We are going to cook them. That's what I was thinking to myself.
But you didn't, did you? You didn't cook at PSG. They literally bossed you at times during that game. So you were the one who got cooked, Seagull. Absolutely cooks. PSG Inter final. Yeah, but I can't wait, mate. What a final that's going to be.
Thinking to myself today, I swear to you guys, I was thinking to myself today that we were going to cook them. Because when we started the game, the way we started the game, we started hot. We started on fire.
Yeah, you did. But did you score? No, you didn't. Did you? Do you think Inter Milan will get United those chances in the Europa League? I don't think so. No fucking chance, mate. Not a chance.
Started the game, and Declan Rice looked like he almost scored a goal in the first 2 minutes. I swear to you, I thought we were going to blitz them from there. And then we had another chance.
You should rate Sunshine, Joshy. Well, she's still lying. I will do, but just listen to what Igao has to say, the deluded Arsenal fan. It is laughable. He just said he thought Arsenal were going to cook PSG tonight. No, mate, not at all. In the Super Cup, yeah, Inter, they won't give us them chances, mate.
And I think it was Martinelli got that chance, or it was Declan Rice. And then we had the Donnarumma save. How did he save Martin Odegaard's shot?
Because he's a top goalkeeper. It's as simple as that.
God knows how he saved Martin Odegaard's shot. God knows how he did that. Donnarumma today stood on his head. Fair play to him. And you know what? I thought he got injured. At that point, I thought he got injured.
Barcelona and PSG, they can beat United. Yes.
We're dominating the game. We're destroying PSG. We have to fucking score. What do? We give them a chance. Kvaratskhelia shows us what he's made of. Hits the bar. Warning. Arsenal, you have been warned. You give us a chance, we are more cerebral than you. We're going to do better than you, and we're going to score. If you give us a chance, we're going to score. That's what PSG said to us. With Donnarumma doing what he did defensively and Kvaratskhelia doing what he did offensively, I said to myself, PSG are dangerous. For fuck's sake, we need a goal as soon as possible. What do? We go and attack the other end. We give one of their best defenders a yellow card. Nuno Mendes is now on a yellow card. And we never go back to him again. We never attacked him again. And you know something? Our defense?
Inter Milan, good danger counter, not like Arsenal. I agree.
Come on, man. That guy fell off ever since Gabriel got injured.
You like McDonald's?
That guy Saliba, ever since Gabriel got injured,
the spag bowl I had tonight, Adam, mate, with a bit of grated cheese. Very nice. And then add some Stella Artois down the pub. Because I watched the first half of the game down in the pub, with one of my support staff. Because obviously I can get entitled to some support hours, to do some social stuff. And then I came back home to watch the game. Good evening, Mr. Standards. Good evening to you, Mr. There you go, because you like doing our jokes. I'm calling you Mr. Big up to you, Hayden Cox. Good evening to you, mate. Thank you for joining me this evening, mate. Much appreciated. I've done Ruben Amorim press conference. Now I'm listening to what Arsenal fans have to say. They are in the mud once again. Deluded Gunners in the bin.
Himself. Maybe his head's turned from Real Madrid. Maybe his head's turned from Florentino Perez and Mbappe shaking their ass for Saliba.
Dorval Jr., Peter Griffin 2.0, Harambao. Yep. Getting him the swing for the rules 1-1. Yep, wouldn't swing for you, Peter Griffin 2.0. There you go, Adam. There you go, mate. All done. Mr. Joshua Jane, Hayden Cox, why do you always say but? Because we can, okay? It's entirely our decision, people, at the end of the day. So there you have it, people. Yep. Right. Let's carry on to what he's saying. What deluded ego is saying.
Every 2 weeks, but Saliba has not been himself. And Kivior, he's exactly what we think he is. Kivior is exactly what we think he is. He's a backup. We can't depend on him. But the person who pissed me off the most.
Yeah, they did, Adam.
The person who pissed
They
me
did
off
get locked
the
up, mate.
most. Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey. We sang songs for you. We dedicated seasons saying, you know what, if he stays fit, we're going to do something. But when we need a performance, when we need somebody to be reliable, Thomas Partey somehow went and fucked it up for us today. The first goal, what was he doing?
I'll come back in 15 minutes, mate. Just so you can work. Yeah, no problem, mate. No problem, Hayden Cox. Take your time, mate.
He headed it right to Fabian Ruiz, gave him an assist. Martinelli couldn't do nothing to get the ball off him at that point. You're literally fighting fire with fire, and boom, Fabian Ruiz that has the ball in the back of the net before we could even look at him, before anybody could even do anything. What is Thomas Partey doing in that situation?
Arsenal hooks,
we said Thomas Partey was the difference maker. Thomas Partey was the difference maker in the first leg. He was missing. That's what was the difference. He was going to be the guy who's going to make a difference. He made the difference for PSG. He gave them the 2-goal. He gave them 2-goal lead in the tie. And then I'm saying attack. Attack, 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 attack. We need a goal. We need a goal. We need a goal. We need something. Get me something. Get me a goal. But you know what happens? Martinelli stands up, looks at the defender, stands up, looks at the defender, stands up, looks at the defender. Nothing happens. We end up going out of play or giving the ball back to them. That's what keeps happening. Saka has the ball, double team, triple team, throw everybody at him. Odegaard has the ball, falls over. Declan Rice has the ball, give the ball to Martinelli. Our defenders have the ball, give the ball to the goalkeeper. When Mikel Moreno has the ball, 3 or 4 people are around him. He has no chance of doing anything with it. The whole team was disjointed. We know what we have to do. We need a fucking striker in the summer. I cannot go another season without a striker. This is unacceptable. We know what the issue is. Mikel Arteta had coached a 3-0 win up until that point. But these players are not clinical. These players are not clinical.
Egal said he thought Arsenal were going to cook PSG tonight. Oh my goodness me. It's peak Adam, mate. Absolutely peak.
And they're forcing themselves into constantly having to defend because they cannot finish their goddamn dinner. We should have been at least 3 goals up after 25 minutes. At halftime, I swear to you, I did not say a word to my wife. I did not say a word to anybody. I didn't even tweet. I just looked up in the ceiling. And I was like, why? How are we still...
You're not a real Chelsea said fan. Clearly she. Oh, what a run he is, mate. Honestly.
Fine. How? I could not fucking believe it. I couldn't believe my eyes. I'm actually distraught at that point. And I'm saying to myself, give me something in the second half. Give me something in the second half. Give me anything to hold on to. Our season's on the line. Our Champions League hope is on the line. We don't have any other trophy we can win this season. Give me something. Anything. But then I'm saying to myself, we can't catch a goddamn break. We couldn't catch a break. We give away a penalty.
Lee Gunner in the mud.
Penalty was never a penalty in my opinion. But you know what? The rules are the rules apparently, and that's a penalty. So fair play. Give him the penalty. But justice was served. David Raya saved the fucking penalty, and David Raya stood up when needed. But Mikel Arteta at that point had to wake up. He needed to make substitutions, and he did. Finally, he made substitutions. Lewis Skelly, we're lucky he didn't get sent off. We're lucky he didn't get sent off. We're lucky we didn't have players get sent off. It was a harsh penalty, but it clearly hit his hand. Whatever. Arsenal, wake the fuck up. Now that you've saved the penalty, wake up. You know what happens?
Mikel Arteta believes Arsenal has been the best team in the UCL, even after the loss versus PSG. Oh my goodness, that's delusional at the highest level, Adam. Honestly. Yeah, crazy.
Ali on the ball. Thomas Partey gives the ball away, and then we can see to Hakimi. We gave the ball to Hakimi, and in a striker's position, he stroked the ball better than all of our attackers in the whole game. Our right back from PSG was a better goal scoring
France versus Italy final. Yep, PSG, France, and Inter Milan of Italy.
Thomas Partey once again cost us that goal. Thomas Partey today cost us 2 goals in the tie. He was supposed to be the difference maker. He was supposed to be the guy that I was putting my hopes on coming back and making a difference. And this is what he does? Wallahi, I have no hope for this team when it comes to this anymore. What can I do? What could I offer when it comes to these kind of games? And the players you are supposed to look at as the senior pros, the players that stand up, the players you depend on, the players that you say, you know what? I put my money on these guys to show up, and they're the ones that let you down. At that point, you can't do shit. You can't do shit. When you have a fucking senior pro, 30 plus years old, making 2 mistakes to cost you in that kind of game, you can't do nothing. You're looking at everybody saying, what are you guys doing now?
Oh, well, never mind, mate, eh?
But at least they tried their best to do something going forward. Saka scored, but it's a little bit too late now. You finally scored, but it's a little bit too fucking late. What are we going to do with fucking, how many minutes left? How many minutes left when Saka scored? How many minutes were left when Saka scored, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes,
because at that point, let's be honest, he scored in the 79th minute. He scored in the 70th something minute. But at that point, there's 15 minutes for us to score a goal. And we did not fucking score a goal for over 140 minutes versus PSG. What makes you think we're going to score another 3? These guys and the chances that we were getting. Bukayo Saka.
Again, blame your boards for not bringing in the clinical forward.
The chance that you missed in front of goal. Oh my God. We talk about tap-ins all the time. You missed a fucking tap-in, put it over the bar. You sent that shit to the moon. I was so frustrated. But at that point, you know what I'm saying to myself? I'm saying to myself, at least do something. But you know what they start doing? They start picking fights. You got Calafiori picking fights. You got Saka getting yellow cards. The game's done at that point. Season over. But you know something? Look at the actual game stats. Look at the actual run of the game. We were the better team from the beginning to the end. If it was by design.
Really? You think you're the better team? I don't think so. What game you been watching, mate? Seriously. Real talk, what game have you been watching, Eagle? That's laughable, people. That is absolute bollocks. Oh, wow. Unbelievable. Probably at my family's house, Adam, my sex and my grandparents' house. Oh, you go, honestly, so delusional at the highest level. This is laughable. Unbelievable. Talks a lot of shit. Yeah, he does. Honestly, Adam Partridge, he talks absolute bollocks, mate.
It was a good coaching method from the coach. He knew we had to come and break him down. So fair play to Luis Enrique. Shout out to him. Give him credit. I'll give him credit. But to tell me Arteta's the problem. Arsenal have 99 fucking problems and Arteta is not one of them. Look at this fucking look at these stats. We had.
Of course Arteta is one of the problems. Your side have not won a trophy for 5 or 6 years now. So of course he's a problem. He's the problem. Your board's the problem for not bringing in the clinical forward. At the end of the day, let's get it right here. Barcelona in their hands as well in the mud. They have to hold some focus. Actually, they've been shameless, just like Arsenal. Yeah.
More XG than them, we had more shots than them, we continuously were in more dangerous positions, but these guys continuously fucked it up every single time. Every single time. You're sitting here telling me you're sitting here and telling me Arteta's the problem after that coaching performance today. He literally had us winning. He had us winning that game. If these guys could finish their fucking dinner. They could finish their fucking dinner. That was the only difference today. Only fucking difference. I'm fuming when it comes to this team. Look at these guys. Mikel Moreno, I don't know how many shots he got. Martinelli, I told you guys. He just literally stands there, looks at the guy, goes, meh, and then doesn't do shit. And I'm sorry to the people who are here thinking, oh, Igal's going to give me something delusional, something positive. Fuck you. I'm not here to be Mr. Nice Guy anymore. All you guys talking about Arteta 24/7, Arteta this, Arteta that. We can clearly see what the issue is in this team. How the hell did we ever think we were going to win the fucking Champions League with Mikel Moreno up top, with Martinelli as our winger? Trossard came on and was 10 times better than Martinelli in the time that he was on the pitch. At least he did something. He set up one of the goals. He did something. He caused more threat than Martinelli did. Why did it take Arteta that long to sub him on? We can have that discussion. Mazu Skelly, fair play to the kid. He did not have a good game today. He did not have a good game today. The defenders, we already spoke about them. They did not have a good game today. The only people who could step up and put their hands up high, David Raya, shout out to you. You saved the penalty. Yep. You tried your best. Thanks. Fair play to you. Timber, you came back from injury. Fair play. Fair play, Timber. Saliba, Kivior, Mazu Skelly all had stinkers. All three of them. Stinkers. Martin.
Yeah, Saliba was not good tonight. He gave the ball away. No Skellington.
Odegaard, first 20 minutes, you were lively. Next couple minutes, your disappearance. I'm sorry. When it comes to Martin Odegaard, you guys have told me. You guys have told me about the captain. You guys have told me numerous times about the captain. I am not gonna give him much leeway next season. This season, maybe he's injured. Maybe Martin Odegaard has a problem. Maybe there's underlying issues with Martin Odegaard. Maybe he needs surgery. I don't know. But Martin Odegaard, for the first 20 minutes, he looked amazing. Then the rest of the game, disappearance act.
Saliba needs to join Real Madrid for his legacy. Yes, Adam Dar, because there's rumours that Real Madrid wants Saliba, and I can see him going there. I really could.
I cannot have a Mirage as a captain. I'm sorry, we can't do this. We can't have a Mirage as a captain. If Thomas Partey deserves smoke, Martin Odegaard in the second half deserves smoke also. But the main people I'm looking at today, and I'm saying, what the fuck were you guys doing? Is those three defenders, Saliba, Kivior, Mazu Skelly, and Thomas Partey. Especially Thomas Partey. But hey, to the people in the back, listen to me clearly. Obviously, Arsenal have problems. Obviously, we are not clinical. Obviously, our strikers are an issue. But the main issue at Arsenal is we need to address that striker position. We need to get a center forward. We need to get a left winger of note that is clinical.
See, no mention of Mikel Arteta saying that Arteta should get sacked. I mean, how many more times is he going to defend Mikel Arteta, for fuck's sakes? It's like Arsenal haven't won anything for 5 or 6 years now, and he's still defending Arteta. I mean, what are we doing here? Seriously. He is so delusional at the highest level. Let's get it right here, people, yeah? It's absolutely getting the narrative right.
We do that, we can dominate. This team looks this dangerous without those pieces.
Team looks dangerous without them pieces. Okay, mate. Good one. Good one, yeah? What a load of bollocks.
We can definitely dominate, but this season is an utter failure. No striker, no with striker, whatever. Injuries, no injuries. At this point of the season, what can we do? 5 seasons trophyless. People are going to want Arteta's head. And I understand why people are going to want Arteta's head. They don't rate him. They think somebody else coming in would make it a difference. But I genuinely don't think that would make that big of a difference. I genuinely don't think that would make that big of a difference. Sack Arteta, bring Arteta, whatever you guys think. The club is not sacking him. He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere anytime soon. And if you think Arsenal are going to sack Mikel Arteta, you're in la la land. You're delusional. If you think Arsenal is going to get rid of the manager, you're crazy. He's not the problem. Arsenal get direct to the point from the failures that we've.
Where's Sterling? Yeah, and the forgotten man, mate. I mean, just send him back to Chelsea or wherever because he is finished. I've never known a player decline so much as Raheem Sterling. Let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get the narrative right.
Made the last couple summers and go and sign a striker, go and sign somebody who can make a difference in that final third, go and sign somebody who can get us those goals. And not only do we win the Premier League, we could fucking challenge for the Champions League once again and maybe get over the line and win it. Let's talk about these player ratings. Honestly, shout out to everyone in the comment section. Let me see if there's any super chats or anything because I haven't looked at any of the comments. First things first, I'm here for the excuses. So Partey is the problem. Question.
Okay, yeah, not really interested in the super chat thing, so yep, I think we'll move on, seen enough of that video. But yeah, delusional as always, honestly. I know, yeah, we can play this clip. Yeah, but there we go. I mean, that sums up ego in a nutshell. This is devastating. Well, I get it, mate. I really do. You got a Mercedes shirt. How could you be a Ferrari fan? I've always respected Mercedes because, you know, I was wearing quite a lot of their merch when Lewis Hamilton was there. So, to be fair, even though Lewis Hamilton's left, I'm not just going to throw Mercedes under the bus. You know, I will always have a bit of a soft spot for them. And, you know, I've got some Williams merch, Mercedes merch, you know, I've had an AlphaTauri shirt, but to be honest, the ones I usually wear is Ferrari. On the odd occasion, you know, I wear other teams' merch, but mainly Ferrari, because at the end of the day, they are my team. But yeah, I just love F1 merch, mate. It's as simple as that. But yeah, I am the biggest Ferrari fan out there. I've been supporting them since the early 2000s. But, you know, when you wear F1 merch, to me, it's a bit different than football. It doesn't have the same context. Where if you're a Manchester United fan and you're wearing, say, a Liverpool shirt or Man City shirt and that, then yes, you should be put into jail for that. But in F1, I see it completely a different way. Starboy, oh yeah, Saka, yeah, Bukayo Saka, league gunner in the mud. Yes, he is. He is indeed. I add him. I'll make you mods, mate, because you're currently mod on your other account. So yeah, as I know who you are and that, I'll make you mods, mate. And where is it? Here we go. Line. Right, here we go. Where is it? Here we go. Where are we to? Let's go on the community tab. Here we go. Yep. Where are we to? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, you're welcome, Adam. You're welcome, mate. Add as moderator. Gosh, there we go. You're now standard moderator, mate. But big up to every single one of you who's live and logs in this evening. Much appreciated, you know. We got to drink in them Gunners' tears. We really have. So yeah, right. Should we see who's going to be getting a membership tonight, shall we? Let's go, people. Membership, one membership. Who's getting that membership tonight? Let's have a look. One membership. Just waiting for that to all go through. Who's got it tonight? Here we go. Let's have a look. One membership gifted. Hammers Football TV. Wow. Early Doors Football TV again for a third time has got a membership. That's unbelievable. That is insane, people. So right, let's do another one, shall we? Let's do one more. See who gets it this time. Oh, no way! Adam has. Blimey, your members on both of your accounts now. That's insane. What are the chances of that? Wow, unbelievable. Double membership, Adam. You just got to make it up, mate. You are a double member on your Adam Dar 2025 channel, and this one as well. That's just crazy, mate. I mean, I can't believe this. Oh, you see, Michael.JLCFC, he's currently got AK on his channel, which that's brilliant. So yeah, you know, just like goals going, yes, yeah, that's right, Adam, mate. That's insane. Oh, unbelievable, unbelievable. But there you go, and today. So congratulations to your Hammers Football TV, and to you as well, Adam, who has got a membership. Brilliant. Just see. YouTube receipt. It sound like, is there any other fan cams on AFTV, any more deluded gunners we could listen to? By the way, Barcelona uploaded highlights on their YouTube channel site the loss against Inter. All right, okay. All right, let's have a look, shall we? AFTV. Yep, looks like they've uploaded some more videos. So let's have a look. Teletubby Robbie. Oh my goodness me. We got to listen to Teletubby Robbie, people. Let's see what he's been talking about. This is going to be hilarious, people. Absolutely hilarious. Let's fucking go, guys.
We just lost to PSG 2-1, 3-1 aggregate, and that is it for the Champions League campaign 2025. We're out, Robbie. I'm assuming frustration. Obviously, I just spoke with Lee, and I said that's the season done.
Now, is he going to be Arteta out? Probably not, because you know he's receiving his payment, isn't he? So no way is he going to say Arteta out. Teletubby Robbie.
Well, PSG, we spoke. We had a long conversation, and he kind of just said, "Look, PSG were just a better side over the two legs, and that is it."
They were 100%. There's no two ways about it, mate. They were better than you. Right. Anyway, let's have a listen.
They're a better side. Is that fair to say then?
100%. You know, I mean, we've been beaten by the better side. You know what I mean? They came to the Emirates and they were the better side. And you got to say overall tonight, they were the better side again. Even though we played really well, we started the game, I thought, brilliantly. Really
different to what we saw at the Emirates?
Yeah, really different to what we did at the Emirates. Really stuck it on them. Difference was when they did it to us at the Emirates, they got that early goal that kind of stunned us. We just needed that goal. I think if we could have got that goal, you know, it could have made all the difference in the tie. As it turned out, kind of against the run of play, they got the goal.
Hang on, let's just see. Hang on, let's have a look. Oh, back, mate. That's cool. Just going to say currently listening then to Robbie's hand cam because it looks like Michael.JLCFC is reacting to AAFTV fan cams as well. Exactly that, Adam. Exactly that. Yep. That is why I turn on subscribers only mode. Because if you want to comment in the live chat, you have to be subscribed for more than a minute. It's exactly right, mate. There we go. Yep. We will get back to listening to Robbie.
Michael, I want to go. I've got something to say. Yeah.
Here we go. Right, let's get back to listening to what Robbie has to say. There we go.
You know, even though they had hit the post before that, I think kind of against the run of the play, they got the goal. Another brilliant goal that they scored. They've scored like 3 brilliant goals in this tie, you know, and they are a very, very good side. You know what I mean? I heard what you were saying earlier to Lee, you know, United fans and Tottenham fans.
Well, after I reacted to Robbie, I'll probably be like listening to Michael's stream anyway. So, yeah, by the time I listen to this, I'll probably be wrapping up anyway, Adam. So, yeah, but if you are in Michael's live chat later on, I'll see you in his live chat.
I'd say these Chelsea fans, well, you know what? You know what I mean? It's not Bodo Glimt we're playing there. You know what I mean? You're not playing Bodo Glimt in a semi-final. You're playing PSG. What would PSG do to any of those teams? They'd absolutely destroy them. I mean, they've beaten 3 of England's best teams. Us, Aston Villa, Man City. Right? So, you know, I know people are going to say this and that and, you know, it's football banter. At the end of the day, they're a very, very good side. You know what I mean? And, you know, we can say nothing apart from, you know, over the 2 legs. They were better than us, you know what I mean? We've had a good run in this competition, you know, and beat Real Madrid over 2 legs, but we came up against a very, very good side, and that's why we're out.
Do you know what? I'll give it to you, obviously, in the sense that you're very honest. Especially, we did a preview outside the Alpha Tower, and I said, if the best PSG turn up or the best Arsenal turn up, who wins? And you did fair enough. You said to some PSG will win it at the end of the day.
The best, yeah, because at the moment they've got better. You know what I mean? They're a better side than us at the moment. We have to admit. You know what I mean? You know,
a better 11 or better squad. What is it?
I think. Listen, we got to take into account
better squad. I say, 100% better squad. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows, Adam? Arsenal real rivals are possibly with Chelsea, not Tottenham, if they want to beat the best. Yeah, I agree. I am. Yep.
And the players that are missing, you know what I mean? Whether you think they're good enough strikers or not, there's 2 strikers we got. They're out. No Havertz, no Jesus. They're out. You know what I mean? Like, you know, our best centre off, even though I think Jakob Kivior's come in and done really, really well, by the way, he's out. I thought Mourinho tonight done really well, but he's not a striker. So
PSG had no strikers either.
Yeah, but that's how they play. That's what they've been playing with all season. But basically, apart from Dembele being on the bench tonight, right? And they could afford to do that because remember they're 1-0 up, right? They've had their full team. And the other thing I'd say, well, I agree. I heard what Lee was saying earlier. You know, we played them early on in the season, like Lee said, and you know we beat them. You know, we beat them pretty comprehensive.
Yeah, because they weren't on such great form back then, Paris Saint-Germain. But now they are playing unbelievably well.
Pretty comfortably, right? But like he said, what have they gone and done since then? In January, when we did nothing, when we knew we needed to do something, and it wasn't really with the Champions League in mind, because let's be real, before everybody says anything, nobody thought this season probably with all the injuries and we were going to get to a semi-final of a Champions League. It was more the league we were focused on. But we didn't do anything. We didn't buy no player at all. We gambled big time on saying, "Oh, we're going to stick with what we got," and it's completely backfired. Whereas what did they do? They went and strengthened. They went and bought Kvaratskhelia. It's been brilliant for them, not just in this game over the 2 legs, but in the previous games. Yeah. He's been one of their best players. They bought him in January. They went out, spent, I think, £75 million on him. Mm. We, on the other hand, did absolutely nothing. And what I look at with Arsenal is that, what for the last 3 seasons, we've had nearly moments. Second, 2 seasons in a row, who knows where we're going to finish, but probably top 4. But runners up, semi-finals in this. What's the correlation with that? Is that every single transfer window, we nearly do what we should have done. So it'd be like every transfer window is like, all right, decent transfer window, but we should have bought a striker, or decent transfer window, but why didn't we buy this? And then what happens? We nearly get there. It's a direct correlation. So this summer, I don't know whether it's Arteta or whether it's the boards or whatever. They have to go out there and get what is needed to get over the line. It was balls that went into the box today that if you've got a world-class striker or you've got a top...
Inter defence is better than Arsenal's defence. It started to crumble. Yep, absolutely.
Top striker, he's there ready to sniff those chances out. But those balls being played in, there's no one in the box. Can't expect Marina to do that because he's not a striker. He's trying his best, but he's not a striker.
Build up as well.
So go out there, whether it be, if you...
But we missed Partey. Well, stinker and hooks by him tonight. He was absolutely terrible. First leg, he was suspended. So tonight, he was shocking.
Can't get Isak, get Gyökeres, or get the best available striker. Bayern did it last season. They lost the league, right? What did they do? They went and got Harry Kane. They didn't worry about how old he is. They didn't worry about how much it's going to cost. Is it 80 million for 90 million pounds for a guy who's 28? They went and got him. What are they doing now? They're winning the league.
Yeah, it was there last year.
Not winning. They've won. Sorry, they got it last year. They've won the league.
But they identified that was.
They bought him to win the league. Yeah. So if we want to win the league, because let's be real, this has almost been like a bit of a bonus for us this season, I feel, because I don't think anybody at the start of the season, anybody can tell me that they thought we were going to win the Champions League, right? We've kind of punched above our weight and we've done really well in this competition and we've fallen, just short, right? But in the league, though, I think our campaign has been very, very disappointing because in January, when we knew we had loads of injuries, when we knew we were short, we didn't do anything. Nothing at all. And we're kind of getting what we deserve because of that inactivity. So
this affected today then?
It does affect today because, when you've got a squad that's short, I think it affected more last week because last week, you got a bench full of kids. Yeah. You got a off form guy, Raheem Sterling, has been completely poor, so you can't bring him on.
Partey wasn't available.
You got
so he had to make
Kieran Tierney, who they were looking to get rid of only because, he was still injured at the time, so they couldn't sell him. And then you got pure injured players. So what there's nothing there.
I know what they're going to be saying. They were putting nearly FC in the comments. I know already right now.
Well, we're kind of at the moment. We kind of are nearly FC because we're nearly there.
I mean, but unfortunately, you're not there yet, and this is on the Arsenal board. But hey, they're in the mud, and you gotta love it. Inter conceded 6 to Barca. Just saying. I mean, yes, they did, and Inter Milan still went through to the final. Hayden Cox, you're right, mate. All PR nearly FC. It is, mate. I agree. Hayden Cox, mate. It's all PR. PSG eating party, jolly off rice. Oh, that's funny, Adam.
We're nearly there.
But how long can you hold on to that patience? Because I tried to ask Lee about it. It's like
I'm 100%. I don't always agree with Lee, but I agree with Lee 100%. I think Mikel Arteta
The thing, he won, and he thought he won. Yep.
Next season, and he has to win something because if he doesn't, you can't every season just be nearly.
If he wins the Carabao Cup, are you happy with that? Is that still winning something for you?
Not really for me. I mean, listen, it would be something, but Arsenal Football Club should be focused on bigger things than the Carabao Cup. I'm not being funny. It was good for Newcastle because they haven't won nothing in about 50 years. For Arsenal Football Club, you know, it's the league. They need to target, I feel, league or Champions League, but probably more realistically, the league, right? We'd target winning that league next season. Probably if he doesn't get us over the line. I know it's hard, but he's been there for quite a long time. So that, to me, has to be the target. You're going to have to set a high target now, but also back him. Go out there and back him so that he's got all the tools so he can't turn around and make excuses.
It was embarrassing how Madrid today's 5-1 to this Arsenal. Of course it was, mate. 100%. I agree with you. You're spot on.
I think this season has got mitigation in the amount of injuries we've had. But the one thing it's not anybody being wise after. I think the one thing we can all say, in January, every fan was absolutely flabbergasted when they didn't do anything. Imagine if they had gone and got a Kvaratskhelia or somebody like that, and we had that available over these two legs. Could we now be in a final? You know, we didn't do anything.
We didn't, which was shocking. I've seen Arsenal do that the past couple of January windows, and especially
what's happened every time.
We've gone second.
So that shows you that you've got people that are not really. It's almost like they are not prepared to do what it takes to get over the line. I said this the other day with Man City. Man City dead and buried in the league. We knew they were not going to win the league. And looking like they weren't going to qualify for the Champions League. What did they do? They went out in January. They went and invested. Mamouche, this player, that player. Now they're third.
Because Man City have the elite mentality. That's why.
They're going to get Champions League. And they've got an FA Cup to play for a final. Probably end up having a better season than us. Why? Because in January, they did something. Their board said, no, we're going to give you Pep the tools to get into that. What did we do? Absolutely nothing.
Can it be done in summer? It can be done in summer though, can't it, as well?
Well, this is it. Now as the summer's coming,
more pressure now.
All eyes on the board, whether it be the manager, whoever's making these decisions. Berta, they brought in, which I think is good. Yeah. All eyes on that now, because this summer they cannot afford to fail.
P, S and M have been disgraceful this season. Well, yes, S have 100%. M in the Premier League, yes, Manchester United, we've been shocking. P, getting a go for the final, but unfortunately, too little, too late. But it's on the P's board for keeping Wayne Rooney on for too long as manager. This is why, unfortunately, P went down to League One, mate. But I think P will do well in League One next season. I really do. I think they'll get straight back in the EFL Championship. Too little, too late. It was, unfortunately, mate. You're right. 21 at Real Betis. Wow, look at what he's doing. He's landing the emeralds. He's having a better season than all the Arsenal players. 21. He is.
And let the manager and the fans down, because we're going there week in, week out. We're spending our money. Go and do. I want to see Arsenal with some real top class play. When tonight you look at that game tonight, the threat up front. Listen, Mourinho did well. He held the ball up where he did well.
It's all on
the
Saka.
Threat up front was Saka. He was all on him again.
All on.
Get some. I mean, have it so there's free threats across there.
That'd be lovely.
Imagine when we're playing teams now, and the team's got to worry about Saka. They've got to worry about a world-class striker and another. Imagine us then.
Dreams.
Well, at the moment, let's lock down Saka, and then you're halfway there sorting out our attack. They've got to change this, man. This has to change. I think when we look at the end of the season, we're going to look at it and we're going to say, yeah, injuries played a big part, but also the inactivity in January, the failure to buy a striker in the summer has cost Arsenal this season. They cannot do that again. They cannot afford to do that again.
Let me end by asking you this. You said no one expects us to be here at the semi-final. It's kind of a bonus. Next season, where do you expect Arsenal to finish in the Champions League? Because we've progressed past every season.
The quarterfinals last year, semi-finals this year. Hopefully we get to the final. Champions League is a difficult competition because it all depends who you come up against. And and let's be real, we've had a hard route, you know what I mean? And we've done really, really well. We just... You know what I mean? We just come up against, I feel, a team that, they could possibly win it. They really... Will they? I think after watching them... Yeah, listen, it's a final, right? Inter did brilliantly as well against Barca. It's no shame going out in the semi-final. Barcelona...
Inter fans earlier today with Real Madrid flagging the chance to tease Barcelona fans.
Everybody's saying all these favourites, they're out as well. We knocked out Real Madrid. It's been a good campaign. You know what I mean? And I just, on the last thing, I just got to say,
a good campaign, eh? Have you won it? No, you haven't. So how's it been a good campaign when the aim in the elite sport is to win? And your team have won no trophy in 5 or 6 years now. How's it been a successful campaign? Real talk. How?
I agree with Lee. This is ridiculous that, and I heard they're looking at it for next season. But how this was in this new format that you can finish third like Arsenal did in the group. You had to play your last 2 games against 2 of the best teams in Europe, right? With the last leg away. How is that? That is criminal. That is ridiculous, right? A guy said to me in there,
it's just how the fixtures work, Robbie, isn't it, in the end of the day, mate? It's as simple as that. Just get on here, man.
Goes in American football or in American...
Because Inter hasn't backed down in any point. They haven't defended with a back 8. Inter has once again shown that this is the only way to eliminate these teams, unlike Simeone and Atletico Madrid. Diego Simeone is in the mud as well, just like Arteta. Yep, he is.
What? If you finish high up, you choose. You choose where you... those main games are played at your place. So why is it that in this competition, it's not an excuse for why we've gone out, but that's another thing they need to fix in this competition, because we've had to play 2 Real Madrid and PSG second legs away from home. And we finished third. How does that make sense to you? But that's football. It never makes sense.
Amen.
There we go. That is the end of Robbie's fan cam. And basically, PSG were better than Arsenal in these 2 legs. It's as simple as that. Right. Let's have a look. Michael.Chelsea FC. I would redirect to Michael.Chelsea FC, but he doesn't have redirects turned on, unfortunately. So can't do that. So but let's go with Lee Gunner. But we're going to redirect to Lee Gunner, people. So make sure when you head over to his YouTube channel, you put Mr. Joshy J Raid. I'll be back later on today, obviously, for the huge game, the second leg between Manchester United and Athletic Bilbao. So, but when you head over to his channel, put Mr. Joshy J Raid. And, Lee Gunner, an Arsenal fan who says it how it is, people. It's as simple as that. I mean, you may think at times Lee Gunner is deluded, but he finds a way of saying it how it is. So, at times oh, shut up. For a whole PR, stop moaning. Absolutely, Hayden Cox. You're right, mate. You're right. You're spot on, mate. But, Anyway, but we're redirecting to Lee Gunner now, so make sure you put Mr. Joshy J Raid. And thank you all so much for watching. Just want to say big up to everyone before I end the stream. basically, big up to Adam Partridge, big up to Adam Dahl, big up to Hayden Cox, big up to Downlight 14, big up to Hammers Football Team Hey, who got the membership, big up to Adam Dahl, who got the membership as well, and big up to Kai as well. So yeah, right, we are, like I said, redirects into League Gunners, so Mr. Joshy J. Raid. Cheers for watching, everyone. Bye-bye. Bosh. And don't forget, Glazers out, Ineos out, and brown envelopes in the bin as well. Bye-bye. We're out of here, people. Laters. I'll end the stream. Oh, there we go.